Okay, Probier is again on the road, and I'm at the Craft Beer Festival in Vienna, and we have guests from Hong Kong. With me is Chris. Hi, Chris.
Hello.
Chris, how are you doing?
Having fun, actually. It's my first time here, time in Vienna, actually.
And I can never remember that we ever had guests from Hong Kong, even from Asia, so you're the first ones here.
I can tell looking around. I feel quite lonely.
No, but as a brewery, as an exhibitor.
Yeah. We're quite happy this time. We have 3 brands here, two that I'm part of. There's Heroes, and there's Carbon Brews, and there's a good friend, Young Master, here, so it's our favorite beers from Hong Kong.
So, how would you define your beers? What beer styles do you do? Is it different from the brewery? From Carbon Brews to Heroes, do you different?
So I mean, generally, a lot of people ask me, what's so Hong Kong about your beer? It's like the Chinese elements in there. So our
no rice in there?
Sometimes, but the thing is, like, when you really go to Hong Kong, do you really see people wearing like Chinese hats? You don't really see that. So what Hong Kong is about is an international city, and it's a mix of F&B culture, right? So that's what we do here. There's nothing more Hong Kong about the beers we make, because we're actually from Hong Kong, right? So there's 2 brands, Carbon and Heroes, very different. Heroes is a beer made for the beer lovers. So we actually help the beer lovers create their beer fantasy.
Okay.
But Carbon's, on the other hand, is for the brewers.
Okay.
It's for our own brewers to actually participate in every beer that we make. They vote and create what they want to create. So sometimes even a young brewer that joins the company has the opportunity to do it.
Are they both successful equally, or?
I hope they're both successful. There's an age difference though.
Okay.
Heroes is about 2 years old. We started first. Carbon is brand new. It's only about 6 to 7 months old. Not even 1 year. Yeah, so it's they're both very happy because the same group of brewers actually brewing the beer, but for different purposes, and we get to have a lot of fun doing it.
But if you would have to mention something typical to the Hong Kong beer scene, what would it be?
That's a good question. It's exactly what I mentioned earlier. Hong Kong people have, to me, the most sophisticated palate.
Okay.
So for us as brewer, it's the most lucky, because you don't have to think, maybe they're stuck to lager, they're stuck to stouts. They actually are willing to taste anything. You think about Hong Kong people, right? Yeah. We eat like pig's brains or stinky tofu, So we can accept any culture, and then there's also a lot of influence from the foreign world, right? So Hong Kong customers are the most sophisticated in food, which allows brewers to do whatever we want, right? So there's no limits. So I think that's a unique thing about Hong Kong customers.
Do you have plans to import to Europe, or do you already ship to Europe?
We currently don't yet. Our breweries are quite young, 2 years and 7 months. So to be able to export to a lot of places, you need a lot of planning, a lot of logistics help, and as well. So right now we want to focus mainly in the Asian region. Okay. But in the future, definitely but we do have a thought that we feel like that if we want to go seriously to one market, we believe that shipping is never good for beer, no matter how good of your job.
For sure.
So we do want to partner with local partners in the markets to brew our beers there. Since we've already had a history of brewing multiple brands in one brewery, we feel that finding the right partner and doing it there would be the best for the customers. That's our goal.
Wow.
Yeah.
So you brought quite a variety of beers. So which one would be the one for me to start with? Which would you recommend to start with?
To start with, I would right here actually. There's a beer right here called the Hangry Donut. That's from Heroes, actually. This is the second beer we made in our line. It's made for a chef, actually, and she had an approach to make a beer. She told us exactly what the flavor she wants, and we helped her make it. And there's a little bit of Hong Kong element in there. There's a roselle in there that's grown in Hong Kong. Yeah. It's a type of hibiscus that gives out a little bit cranberry-like flavor. Yeah. We'd like that.
Yeah, sure.
So it's American wheat.
Wow, you can see it from the color, huh?
Yeah, not too.
Thank you.
Not too red though. As the person who inspired us to make this beer said, she doesn't want the beer to be pink, so we just got the cranberry notes, little floral notes. We added some Citra and Mosaic lupulin pellets to further kind of give that a kick. But it's generally a clean fermentation, not a Belgian yeast. Just American ale yeast.
But very drinkable on a sunny day.
Sunny day,
wow.
yeah. Hopefully it also works for a rainy day too. Yeah. This is the second beer we made. We're quite happy with this one because the first batch we made, it was a little bit too dry, and then we had to make the decision to actually dump it.
Okay.
But we're happy that after dumping that one, we immediately made a new batch, and this one got us our first award at the Asia Beer Cup. It won our first gold, so we're very happy with it. Yeah.
Wow.
2 years ago.
So I keep my fingers crossed for your brewery, and at least I keep my fingers crossed that we can get your beers sometime in Europe. And
Yeah.
hope you enjoy the festival.
Yeah, thank
you
you.
very much. And cheers.
Cheers, guys.